I am Warhol. I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google.
This reality is not real, people.
I'm not just a musician. I'm a Christian, revolutionary, visionary products person. I ain't here to dance for you. I ain't here to do a two-step. Right? That's just a piece. That was just my end. And now I want to create. I want to create content. I mean, eventually, 10 years from now, I just want to create for the church. Period. I'm Christian. I'm designed like the new Sistine Chapel.
But I definitely was lost. I got lost. I got caught up in my own ego, my own strategy, my own ideas. I tried to hold everything in my own brain. This reality is not real, people. I was always letting that Playboy magazine that I found when I was 5 years old have an effect on my music. This reality is not real, people. I'm talking about when I was calculating things, I was ending up in debt. Next thing you know, I'm not even on Instagram, and Yeezy is the #1 Google search brand on the planet. This reality is not real, people. Even though I can channel art, I work for Christ. God has supernatural powers. If you love it, then cool. If y'all wanna rap me, it ain't gonna make a difference, honestly. I done been killed so many times on social media, and I'm still here. I'm still talking, look at me. This reality is not real, people. I have turned my back on the idea of victimization mentality. I fear and love God. When you remove the fear and love of God, you create the fear and love of everything else. You're talking to somebody right now that only fears God. It has been institutionalized slave mastery and slavery. Our mentality is only one of the two. Now we need to find freedom. You got two forms of freedom: financial freedom and freedom through serving something higher than yourself. This reality is not real, people. And everything happens for a reason. Literally, the process of being delivered, you really be by yourself when it happens. Well, they made movies about Steve Jobs so y'all can understand who I am. This reality is not real, people. And being a slave to the system and to people's perceptions and the reality of what people have chosen for our culture, since we are orphans, is not in service to God. Until we really own our own community, really make Wakanda for real, it's gonna take more than the Jesus chain. This reality is not real, people. In Hollywood, this man had been put on medication. This man had to pay $1 million of paparazzi fees for slamming the Britney Spears paparazzi call. This man had been called crazy. This man had his whole culture turn his back on him. And he still is himself and giving glory to God. A humble servant to Christ. Because what I'm saying is, I have love and fear of God and nothing else. So it's not in service of Christ for me to bow or be concerned of men. Go listen to all my music. It's the code to self-esteem, to self-esteem, to self-esteem, to self-esteem.
Because my mother made me believe in myself. No matter how many people tell me, stop believing in yourself. Stop saying what you can do. Stop affirming what you're going to do and then completing that in real life. That's the improper way to do it. I refuse to follow those rules that society has set up and the way that they control people with low self-esteem.
This reality is not real, people.
Broken. We're in a simulation. We want our BMW. We want our house. We want to pay all our money for the house. We want to buy this dress for our wife. We want to do this. We want to get our kids to school. We want this, this championship trophy.
Go listen to all my music. It's the code to self-esteem, to self-esteem, to self-esteem, to self-esteem, to self-esteem, to self-esteem.
Now I can let these dream killers kill my self-esteem, or use my arrogance as a steam to power my dream.
We are drugged out. We are following other people's opinions. We are controlled by the media. And today it all changes. We need to think how to think free. We need to be free thinkers. Then we need to learn how to feel free. People say feel free, but we don't even know how to feel free or think free. Say what you feel.
This reality is not real, people.
Why don't we start the conversation with love? Why don't we start the conversation with God? Why don't we start this conversation with family instead? It's not about branding at a certain point.
I have turned my back on the idea of victimization mentality. This reality is not real, people.
He said, grounded in reality. This reality has been forced upon us. It is a choice. Just like when I said slavery is a choice. The reality, we can make our own reality. We can talk about history, but not too long. We need to talk about our now, because we can fix and start loving each other now. He said, grounded in reality, in reality, in reality, in reality.
This reality is not real, people.
I like when Jay-Z said, show you how to move in a room full of vultures. It's not like you don't really have to change who you are and start saying, I'm gonna be a snake, I'm gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? Just know you can't let people use you or misuse you.
This reality is not real, people.